ASMR Sports here. I am back with a video that is a bit different because we are not going to be opening any unopened packs today. Instead, what I have here that is kind of hard to see is a stack of graded cards. I think all of these cards are actually ones that I put price tags on when I was trying to sell them recently. Actually, quite a while ago, last year sometime. I had a table at some sports card shows last year. I kind of did that as an experiment, kind of to see how it would go. And the answer is not great. Not a lot of traffic, not a lot of people buying stuff, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I don't really do them anymore. And instead, if I'm going to sell stuff, it's on eBay, which I really hate eBay because they're high fees. But there are a lot of buyers and some other advantages. So, alright, so for those who don't know, take a look at the first one here on the top. This is a 1987 Fleer Jordan, graded PSA 8, near mint. So those of you who are not collectors may not know much about grading services, but basically, grading companies are those that allow you to send in sports cards to them, and they will have usually a group of people evaluate a sports card and assign a numerical grade to it to reflect its condition. And they'll look at a variety of things like the corners, most obviously, which are very important in sports cards, the edges, which can sometimes be chipped or otherwise uneven or just kind of wacky. They look at the surface of the card and the back of the card for any stains or markings that shouldn't be there. And they look at the centering of the card, which lately has become really important in a lot of vintage cards. Well-centered cards are very in demand. So, anyways, you send in your card, and it costs anywhere from like $7 to, if you send in a bunch of them, like 100 or so, they can cost up to a couple $100 to grade a card if you want it turned around really quickly, and it's a valuable card. But I think most people probably pay, about $10 or $11 for grading services on average. So, in any event, I won't really talk too much about grading when I do this. I'm just going to focus on the cards. So, this is a second year Michael Jordan card. I picked this up in a lot of, I think, basketball cards that had some other great stuff and some other Jordan stuff. I always kind of wanted this card. I think it's a really cool card. I have a lot of, well, not a lot of, but I've had over the years quite a number of the cards from this set, 87 Fleer. Like I've had the Ewing and a Bird and a Magic and a Dr. J. I think it's a kind of a neat set. I actually bought a pack of this type of basketball cards when I was a kid. I was at like the local convenience store, and I think they didn't have any baseball cards. So I was like, well, alright, I guess I'll buy this crap. And I knew some of the players in the league, so it was not a total, disappointment. But I should have bought a lot more, because that stuff is very expensive, although you can get the singles for quite affordable prices. So this is a 1989 Topps traded Barry Sanders rookie card. I think these were distributed just in sets that had all of the traded cards in it, and I believe there was the usual suspects in a 1989 set, like Troy Aikman rookie card, this one, Deion Sanders rookie card, basically all the cards that were in Pro Set and Score, but the Topps missed because they, I think, made their cards too early to figure out who the rookies were going to be. So, relatively affordable card for a Hall of Fame football player, or I should say a very elite Hall of Fame football player. Alright, this is a mint PSA 9 Brett Hull rookie card. I got this, I think, in the same lot that I got. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I don't know. I got this a while ago. I was just buying up kind of interesting rookie cards from all sports, and this was one of them. So I wonder what a box of 88 Topps hockey cards go for. Probably a lot. I have a lot of 89 Topps hockey cards unopened. This is a 1980-81 three-panel card of Larry Bird. Some of you may be familiar with sort of a related card, which is a three-panel card that has Larry Bird, Julius Erving, like All-Star, and Magic Johnson, and that's considered to be the primary rookie card of both Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. So they're on the same card, and it's fairly valuable. Not insanely valuable. You can definitely get them, in a PSA 7 or 8 for relatively cheap, considering the caliber of players we're talking about. This card is, and the Larry Bird panel on that card is the exact same one as this. It looks just like this, but this is a much less, even though this is really a Larry Bird rookie, it's valued at significantly less than like half the price of the Bird Johnson card. But I don't know, I thought it was cool piece of basketball history, I think. A lot of times you'll see these cards kind of ripped apart into their disparate panels. Kids did back in the day, as I think was intended by Topps, and those are completely worthless. I think even if you had a Bird and a Johnson, they'd probably go for like $2 or something like that, just because there's really no collector value to it. All right. Anyways, this is a 1988 Fleer basketball sticker. Fleer basketball cards generally came with one sticker, player card per pack, and it was usually on the back of the pack, so frequently they had wax stains on them, as does this one. You probably won't be able to, actually can kind of see it. Yeah, there's just kind of a wax stain generally over the back where the pack was sealed, and this one is marked near mint 8 with a qualifier, the letters ST, which means stain. So basically what they will do, at least with this particular grading company, PSA, is give you a grade of the card, assuming it didn't have valued the same as like a, PSA 6 or something. So here's another 1988 Fleer Michael Jordan card. This is an all-star card, and it's graded 8, PSA 8. I actually have an entire box of this stuff that I bought for relatively cheap on eBay, like quite a number of years ago, and just hung on to it, and the prices of that stuff really skyrocketed since. So gosh, I think I paid maybe a few $100 for it, if that, like $250, and now it's worth like $2,500 or maybe even more. Anyways, I won't say too much about it, but basically, I know it's legit because I took a pack out and mailed it in for grading, and it got like a pretty high grade. So the packs have not been tampered with. Anyways, this is a 1958 Roger Maris rookie card. Many people know Roger Maris as the holder of or formerly the holder of the single season home run record of 61 home runs before 1998 or so, when Mark McGwire blew that record out of the water. And Sammy Sosa also has a very high. He was kind of in a battle with Mark McGwire to see who would end up with the most home runs that season and set the record. But many people think that those guys should be discounted because they both are accused of being or having used performance-enhancing drugs during that season, and many others. I think so, yeah. And then Barry Bonds would go on to break that record. And we all know Barry Bonds is generally considered to be a sure user of performance-enhancing drugs, although he has never admitted it. But anyway, before all those guys, Roger Maris held the record for most home runs in a single season for quite a number of years. He set it in 1961. And some people don't know that he started his career with the Cleveland Indians before playing for the Yankees for a number of years. And then I think he went, after that, to the Cardinals and maybe one other team. I've got another Roger Maris 1965 card there. That's a really nice one for how old it is. It's a PSA 8 near mint, so that's why the price is kind of high on that one, just because it's in such good condition for a card that from that year. This is a 1954 Bowman. Trying to see what is it. Yeah, it's got like some stuff on his mouth there, some indentation. Some kid took a pencil or pen or something and kind of marked that up back in 1954, I bet. Anyways, this is a pretty awesome card, but this is a very low grade example, and it's graded PSA 2. It's got, I don't know what the hell that is, crayon or something, and then I can see his mouth is sort of damaged. Somebody took something hard and pressed it against it, but other than that, it's a really nice looking card, and I don't think that those defects detract all that much from the appearance. So that's kind of a cool one. Here is a 1964 Topps, graded the lowest grade, or lowest numerical grade. It's kind of yellowed, off center, beat up, lots of creasing, well, some creasing, corners beat to heck. So I bought most of these cards, if not all of them, just off eBay. I would just sort of keep an eye out for mantles and stuff. This is a 68 Topps mantle, graded PSA 2.5. It's got a giant crease right there, and this corner's pretty rough too. But other than that, it's not too bad. This is a 1956 Topps 2000, graded the lowest, PSA 1. There's a 1965 Topps Hank Aaron in X-Mint 6, PSA 6. So that's pretty good condition. That centering, off-centering is really hurting the grade on this. Might have been an 8 without that. There's a Sandy Koufax PSA 4.5 1960 Topps. Pretty affordable card, $50. Here is a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. This is his 1982 regular set rookie when he was on a 3-player Future Stars card. He also had a card by himself in the 1982 Topps traded set, and that is his most sought after rookie card because it's significantly rarer than this, and because it's by himself, it's I think more interesting to a lot of people. Here is a 1974 Topps Mike Schmidt. This is, I believe, his second year card. I think his rookie was a 73 Topps card. And it's a PSA 4, which is relatively low grade for a card that's, not too old. Here's a 1960 Topps Willie Mays in PSA 5. This is actually a pretty sharp looking card, I have to say. Centering is definitely off, but the corners and the edges are really nice on this. Almost look like it could have come directly from a pack. It does have a crease there, and I think that's kind of that, and the centering are the main problem with this card, but aspects of it are very high grade in my view. This is a Stan Musial rookie. Stan the Man was a very good slugger, Hall of Famer for the St. Louis Cardinals. And this is a 1948 Bowman card that is relatively beat up. Nice big crease across the center there, but this card is a pretty valuable card in general, and it's, even in this very low condition, still quite valuable. It's worth a few $100s. Here is another, I think we had one of these before, maybe we had it in 1960, I don't know. But this is a very beat up 1956 Topps Sandy Koufax. A lot of creasing in this one. And here's the one pre-war card we've got in this collection. This is a T206, which is a set from 1909. Well, they say 1909 to 1911 are when these cards were produced. So it's sort of a multi-year set. Christy Mathewson, of course, is a very famous Hall of Fame pitcher. And this card is lowest condition, PSA 1, very beat up, but kind of a nice piece of history. I used to have a lot more, but now I just have a handful of these kind of old tobacco cards or gum and candy cards from pre-World War I. And yeah, I really like them. I have to say, I think they're probably one of my favorite things in my collection. These are a lot. There's a lot of cards, some of which are relatively valuable, but I would not say these are kind of these are not my favorite cards, which might be apparent because I'm trying to sell, or at least I have tried to sell them. For now, I'm not really trying to sell them at all, but I'm just putting this out there because some people have asked me to do a video of like the best cards in my collection, and I would say these are definitely among the best. But I do have cards that are cards that I have no interest in ever really getting rid of. Some might say that's like your PC or personal collection. And some of the cards in there are more valuable than anything in here. So someday maybe I'll show those, but for now I thought it'd be fun just to go through these and see some pretty nice cards and